Hello guys and welcome to another video. It's a rare thing to see a new EUC brand showing up in the market. The last one I've seen was Lynx and it was 5 years ago. With Nosfet, we have an interesting brand, co-founded by two people, well identified, Sen, who worked on the S18 and the S22 at Kingsong, and Jack, also known as Electric Dreams on YouTube. He did work for Kingsong as well in the past. As of now, they already have two wheels in the pipe, the Aero and the Apex. The Apex is a very interesting electric unicycle. It has been made in collaboration with Lynx, as the wheel is using some parts from the Lynx/Sherman. In this video, I'm gonna go through the specs of this wheel, and then I'll tell you what I like and don't like about the Nosfet Apex, and finally I'll give you my conclusions about this wheel. Before we begin, a gentle reminder to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any new video. Also, as always, a big shout out to Jason and Ewheels for providing this demo Apex. If you would like to get this EUC or any other electric unicycle, there's a link in the description down below. Using my link really helps the channel. In advance, thank you very much. The Apex is often referred as being a Lynx with another type of suspension. It's partially true, but not enough to say that it's the same wheel. It's a 151 volts EUC, 20-inch tire delivered with a knobby or street tire, 3200 watt motor, the same one that you can get on the Lynx or Sherman. In terms of battery packs, we got Samsung 50S batteries with 2700 watt hours. When it comes to the suspension, you can get this wheel with an air shock or a cold spring suspension. You can customize quite far the suspension of this wheel. More on this later. The wheel has a very minimalistic design. It mixes metal with plastic. At the front, you got a headlight that is quite powerful. This headlight offers 3 levels of brightness. It is protected by a massive front handle/bumper. On the sides, you got metal battery packs and spike pedals. At the back, you got another bumper/handle that protects the shock system. You also have 2 mini taillights and a kickstand. At the top, you got a speedometer display that looks like the one you got on the Lynx, but different. Same but different. It is to be noted that half of the top of the wheel is open on the suspension linkage. That's pretty much it. Let's go now with the things I like with the Nosfet Apex. I like the ride feel of the Apex. As I've said before, the Apex, the Lynx and the Sherman have the exact same motor. But these three wheels couldn't be even more different when it comes to ride feel. With the Apex, the wheel just wants to go. It really feels like a high-speed motor. There is absolutely no problem in pushing the wheel. I don't know, the ride feel on this wheel is great. We swapped the tire for a Shinko 244 and it's even better. The wheel feels so powerful, so light. At high speed, the Apex is really stable. So you get it, I simply liked riding this wheel. The design of the Apex is not bad at all. Very minimalistic, but quite efficient. The unique front and back handles make you recognize the wheel very fast. They are completed with a quite cool looking, powerful headlight. The key feature for this wheel is obviously the suspension. You can modify the suspension travel of the wheel and set the pedals quite low or quite high. At the lowest settings, the suspension is almost deleted. This setting could be a fit for those who don't like suspension with the new wheels. The unit I'm testing is a pre-production version that went through many riders the past few months, so it's safe to say that this unit crashed a lot and saw many rough terrains. But the wheel still looks great. It's really impressive. This wheel is built like a tank. When it comes to suspension, the wheel was equipped with a cold spring shock and it didn't work at all. We swapped the shock with the air one and it was much better. The best settings for me was to set the suspension at the highest level and then set the PSI at 170 so that I would get some sag and artificially lower the pedals. This way I got a more comfortable and stable ride. It is to be noted that the suspension on the Apex tends to be on the stiff side, at least on this unit. I also saw online that the suspension of the Apex needed maintenance every 300 miles. Should this be correct, which I really doubt, it would be 300 miles of a very hardcore use of the wheel. I'm talking about dust, rough terrains, crashes for 300 miles. The precise mileage where you will need to maintain your suspension really depends on your riding style. Would I need to maintain the suspension after 300 miles of street riding? Probably not. Would I need to maintain my suspension after 300 miles of rough riding under sandy terrains and repeated crashes? Probably yes. You get the idea now, right? The Nosfet Apex doesn't have a trolley handle, and it's really not great. It's certainly the number one complaint that Jack from Nosfet has heard on the wheel. If you buy an aftermarket seat for the Nosfet Apex, you can then get a trolley handle similarly to what you can find on the Bigod X-Way. I would have liked this seat to be included with the wheel by default. With this demo there was nothing, so I designed my own seat for the Nosfet Apex. It's a very tall one and thanks to this I can trolley the wheel with no issues now. If you would like to 3D print this seat, there's a link in the description down below. The pedals of the Apex are really grippy. Unfortunately for me, I don't like them at all. They are not flat, they put some shapes, designs on the pedals that are not comfortable for me. They would press on my feet and hurt so much. My feet wouldn't feel connected to the pedals at all. Over time you get used to it, but honestly, if I could swap the pedals to something else, like the E-Rides or the Bigod pedals, it would be much better. I got all these pedals collecting dust, doing nothing, and I could not even use them for this wheel. Take this opinion with a grain of salt though, because pedals, it's something very personal, different per rider. It depends on your riding style, your use case, your shoes. It just wasn't a fit for me, but it could be okay for someone else. The Apex is a special wheel. Because it shares parts with the Lynx Lynx, it would be very easy to think that the Lynx and the Apex are the same wheels. This couldn't be more incorrect. The Apex is very different from the Lynx, and I insist on very different. It's very different because first, the motor is programmed differently. It's really smooth, but not boring smooth. It's like, imagine Bigod programming the Lynx, with a power delivery quite noticeable. The Apex is also different from a Lynx because it offers riders the possibility to customize their wheel to their liking. You can customize the suspension height, the sag. If you want an air shock or cold spring suspension, you can modify the PSI of your air shock to your liking. You can swap the spring on your cold spring shock. You can go quite far in customizing the suspension of your EUC. You can also install multiple tire profiles. Here we put a Shinko 244, a great tire for this wheel, like really great. The Nosfet Apex is a wheel that is not beginner friendly, unless you like to work on your wheel from the get-go. In exchange, it will offer you a massive power, a nice and smooth ride, the possibility to customize your wheel 2D extreme, tire, suspension, ride feel with the app settings. You can really make the wheel yours more than by just slapping colorful pads on your wheel. The Apex was great for street riding. I kept wanting to ride this wheel every day, and I can't wait to see what's next for Nosfet.
You only my mind. No matter how hard I try, you only my mind.
There. Don't get me wrong, I bought a pad in there, okay? I shipped my S22 back there, did the streets, did the group rides, and then did off-roading, and I bought a pad in for even heavier off-roading, and to the point where it's fucking boring.
So you're saying the Bay Area sucks?
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's saying.
You stop by sitting down.
Oh, very nice.
Do it again, do it again.
You're just not leaving.
I can't ride on these tires.
Oh, come on.
Nah, you can't. This is all people are wanting.
Give it a try. You're gonna get used to it. Don't worry about it.
Nah, the
Take
way
your
it
time.
feels, I don't like the way it feels at all.
Oh, yeah, it'll be-
Nah, that tire, when it feels like it's gonna, I can't.
I shouldn't say that. Doing another one. I gotta get used to it.
You're in the reason.
Pretty good. I like the suspension. The knobs, not knob tires, but kind of threw me off a little bit. It felt like if I was leaning, like it's gonna like, you know, tip over or something. But because of the knobs, you know. But other than that, you know, it's nice acceleration.
It's solid. It's a texture that
It's a bit. This one is a bit too stiff.
this is perfect what I want.
Already?
Like I'm not even.
You like your ass hard?
You,
I like to ride hard things. Yes.
You like to ride hard things. Okay.
Rubbing on the tires.
Rubbing on the tires. I just noticed.
holy moly!
That's crazy.
Oh, no bueno. As you can see the bare wire, and that's motor wire. So
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's not great.
yeah,
You need some tape.
zip tied it like somewhere tire. Oh shit! Damn, cool. You put up. Yeah, no, this is a really like you can see like even this connector, like the speaker, everything. It's so really close.
Alright guys, the wheel is down. What did you do, New York?
No, I've been kidding.
Ah, this guy, the #1 YouTuber.
Need more tape?
It's fixed.
Just a,
That's
just a little bit here. One more layer.
100% safe.
You're not gonna put this on YouTube, right? You're gonna send it to the creators.
Which one is the wheel that we're supposed to be testing?
This one,
The one that's getting
taped up.
Yeah, exactly. It make it go faster. That's how it works.
Any concerns?
because I'm not getting no.
It's speeding. It's making it
I have
faster.
no concern.
Extra 5 miles per hour with that.
You can short at any time.
And I think that's not the tire. I
Yeah.
will not.
You're like, all of a sudden I got turned into George Clooney.
So how come? What's his name? The guy on YouTube. What's his name?
Which guy?
The guy. He's like, oh, it's the best wheel. Like, oh, I can't believe it. Rob or whatever.
Rob Fail.
Yeah, Rob Fail.
Will Good Time. Will Good Time.
Yeah, Will Good Time. Yeah. He said it's the best wheel. Nobody likes it here.
Any feedback for Will Good Time?
Dude, it's a piece of come on, it just broke on us. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
One of these nights, I was.
Who got nuts?
You do.
You do.
I don't want that. I already
Look
tried
at
the
this snob. Like you
I am
see
a
snob.
snob. Thank you. No, I tried the Patent S already. I'm okay.
It's not the Padonis. It's not the Padonis.
No,
Apex.
Yeah, Apex.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
I'll do it later. All right. So,
Thank you very much for this.
I mean, it's basically like the same thing. Look, yes, that's a soft mode. Soft mode. Oh, I got my soft Almost. What happened? What happened?
Not skill issue, but wind issue.
What are you trying to do?
you're trying to raise or trying to lower it?
Lower it. We already lowered it.
Bro. Let me try.
You see how it's still missing like a little bit of room?
Lay down. In this setting, there are absolutely no suspension.
It feels so much better.
So how is it now?
It's better now. They don't need suspension on this wheel.
Try. No suspension.
No suspension, right? Way better.
Yeah.
So what do you
It's
think?
actually kind of nice.
Are you next? Yeah, because
It's kind of nice to not have
stop.
suspension
I'm gonna give
because it's like it's a much stiffer, like rigid ride.
Worried about the wire.
Very interesting.
Yo, this is pretty fun now. The suspension is great. Feels like an MSX, but like with a supercharger on it. I can feel the power and I'm not all of it. Now I have a little bit different opinion. Without the suspension, I kind of like it.
They should just remove the suspension. This is great. Without it's fantastic. Change the street tire. Oh, jeez.
You want one, guy?
That's a game changer, dude.
Come on, Jensen, it's your turn.
Nobody wants the wheel.
give it a ride.
I'm not interested.
Come on, it has no suspension
Don't
right
peer
now.
pressure me. I'll fight
This is
you.
your thing. Come on, Jensen.
That's all.
Without the suspension, when I'm riding it, I feel the wheel is very light, but with a lot of power, which I really enjoy when I'm riding it. So when I give it an input, it really wants to just take off on me. Versus like the MSX, I had a little sluggishness, but I don't feel that at all.
150 volts.
Got it.
After that,
I started getting into your nose into it. I heard it looked like I touched it. My God. Wait, shake it. Why is it shaking, dude? What the fuck?